Welcome back to the channel. We are back with another classic rewind. Today we're visiting the Schwarzenegger classic, Predator.
Captain, my captain.
I'll be back.
I'm the king of the world!
Iron Man.
Predator, to me, is a near-perfect action sci-fi film. John McTiernan, who really dominated the 80s when it came to action films, directed a truly awesome film in Predator, and it's one that I have always loved.
Now, what do we gotta do?
A team of commandos on a mission in a Central American jungle find themselves hunted by an extraterrestrial warrior. Predator is a perfect mix of action, sci-fi, thriller, suspense. The hunters become the hunted by a far superior species, and they gotta learn how to either beat this thing or just simply survive, because it is coming for them and it's killing them as a sport.
There's something out there waiting for us. And it ain't no man.
This movie really could have gone one of two ways. It could have been what it was and how fantastic it is, or it could have come off as some super cheesy B-level film. And I'm glad it didn't fall into that, because John McTiernan really keeps it on the level of one of the best action sci-fi movies of all time. His direction behind the camera is masterful. The suspense that he can hold with the camera just by slow pans into the jungle, it truly is something. And the fact that these people are just getting picked off one by this superior species, by this predator, really, he just captures the intensity of it all so well.
Whatever it is out there, killed Hopper. And now it wants us.
He truly knows how to make a good action movie, especially during his heydays, which was in the 80s. To me, this is as good as Alien, maybe even as good as Aliens. It's right up there with the top of them. The way, as I mentioned, McTiernan, he keeps you on the edge of your seat throughout this entire movie. You're always watching. You feel like you can't even breathe because you don't want to make a sound when you're watching now who used to be the hunters, now hunted by the predator. So it really is just edge of your seat action thriller. And of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a larger than life character in this one. And I think it's one of his best movies, actually, when I think about it. Predator, he is, he comes off cheesy in a lot of movies. I don't know if you know that about Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he was actually really good in this film. And of course, just like any Arnold movie, you get some classic one-liners. Take a listen to some of these.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Get to the chopper!
And this one that I'm about to play next being one of my all-time favorite movie lines ever.
You're one ugly motherfucker.
And the final battle between Predator and Arnold Schwarzenegger's character really is a thing of beauty. The way that Arnold, normally when you watch an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, he can defeat like 30 bad guys all at once. It's not really a big effort for him, but in this movie, he had to use his surroundings. He had to outsmart the Predator. He had to try to be tricky. You couldn't just, brute force and just punch the Predator in the face. He actually had to think of ways to defeat the Predator, and that really makes for some cool sequences towards the end when he's trying to create all these things, these traps that he could use to help him in his process of defeating Predator. But I do say this is a near perfect action sci-fi thriller. The reason why I say it's near perfect, that's because there are some issues that I do have with it. One of it is the really over-the-top macho-ness, or beefcakery as one might say. This has a ton of it.
Damn fool accused you of being the best.
Dylan! You son of a...
What's the matter? The CIA got you pushing too many pencils? Huh? Had enough?
Make it easy on yourself, Dutch.
Another issue I had with this film is the fact that you only really care about one person in this movie, and that's Arnold Schwarzenegger. The other characters are expendable, and that's fine, because they do get picked off by the Predator. But the thing is, I think you would have cared more if you knew a little bit more about these characters when they do get picked off by Predator, but you really don't, because you really don't know who they are, and you honestly really don't care. You're just so into the movie that you're kind of just expect it to happen. But the first Predator, awesome movie, one of my all-time favorites. It's a near perfect action sci-fi thriller. I am going to give Predator a 9 out of 10. Also, a little fun fact, did you know that there are 2 future governors in this movie? Obviously, Arnold Schwarzenegger being one, and then the second one, Jesse the Body Ventura, former professional wrestler, turned actor, turned governor. Have you seen Predator? What do you think of this movie? Do you think it's one of Arnold's best movies? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you want me to review a classic movie, let me know. Post it down below so I can take a look at it, and it might be my next classic rewind. So if you like this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button, ding that bell to stay up to date. Also, make sure to like this video, and I'll be sure to see you in the next one.
See you around.
All right, check you later.
Bye.